Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name Anissa. I'm from class MG2A. My aim is speaking, which is to analyze journal about influence of human resource development or HRD practice on hotel industry performance. Entitled The Role of Employee Competencies by Frank Nana Kwekuoto and Mridula Misra. Abstract. The purpose of this paper is to examine the mediating role of employee competencies in the association between human resource development practice and organizational performance. Design or methodology or approach and integrate research model was developed by combining principal factors from existing literature. Data were culled through questionnaire from 600 employees of the selected hotels. The validity of the model and hypothesis was tested using structural equation modeling. The reliability and validity of the dimension are established through confirmatory factor analysis. Finding the result indicate the some HRD practice impact organizational performance through their influence on employee competencies. The study further relevant that employee competition mediate the association between HRD practice and organizational performance. Research limitation or implication. The research was undertaken in the hotel industry and the analysis based on cross-sectional data which cannot be generalized across a broader range of sectors. Practical implication. The findings of the study have the potential to help stakeholders and management of hotels in adopting properly and well articulated HRD practice of stimulate positive behavior in individual and impact their knowledge, skill, and attitude. Originally, our value this study extend the literature by educating evidence that employee competence mediate the association between HRD practice and organizational performance of the hotel industry in Ghana. Introduction. According to RAW 1987, site Human Resource Development or HRD intends toward advancing a diversity competence of workers and promoting a vigorous work philosophy in the organization to harness the competition of employee and inherently enhance organization effectiveness. According to Delehaye 2003, site HRD has progressively developed important considering the fact that the conventional management supposition that there existed only two essential assets, money and time, is absolutely not legitimate given the knowledge has developed into an unvaryingly imperative research. According to Ford et al. 2012, cite such research take on special relevance when dealing with labor-intensive service industry, especially the hospitality industry, where the accomplishment of the business is contingent predominantly on the success of the synergy among the guest and the employee. According to Clardy, 2008, site establishing a competitive and via people necessities continuous took to process that perfectly influences the research. HRD practice are more exact than police. They are program planned and put into action to enhance employee competency for employee to function efficiently and attain performance expectancy. According to Dietmar 2002, site hotel industry presents a key segment of the hospitality industry. According to Ans 2009, site hotel industry is a people industry. According to Boyatkis 1982, site competencies are the underlying characteristic of a person that could be a motive, train and skill, aspect of one's self-image or social role, or a body of knowledge which he or she uses. Literature review and hypothesis development. Human research development practices where and Desimon 2006 posited the HRD practice are programs which are designed to be strategically oriented to organizational process for managing the development of human research to contribute to the overall success of the organization. Employee competencies according to Levenson et al. 2006, competency is an important concept in organization management, as it is closely related to excellent work performance. Likewise, Dragandis and Mensans 2006 concur with this definition when they referred to competency as a combination of fatatic and explicit knowledge, behavior, and skill that give someone the potential for effectiveness in the task performance. Hellriegel and Slocum 2011 identified employee aesthetical competency, self-company, diversity competency, cross-country competency, team competency, and chain competency as the 7 key competencies that affect the behavior for individual, team, and effectiveness of an organization. Organizational performance. Organizational performance is a complex and multidimensional concept. Tamal and Jonas, 2015. Definisi organizational performance as the actual result or output of an organization as measured against that organization intended outputs. Human research development contribution to organizational performance. Several practitioners and academics have advanced theories and concepts in their quest to investigate and establish a synergy between HRD and organizational performance. Rao 1987, Rona and Gibson 2004, Swanson and Halton 2009, Algaraja et al. 2015 identified 5 important approaches in examining the HRD organizational performance and effectiveness. Linkage, based with model, based with approach, based practice model, combination of best with approach and best practice model, and stakeholder perception based approach, human resource development practices and employee competencies. Haslinda 2009 postulate that HRD practice improve employee capabilities on the job, productivity and efficiency, as well as enhance the quality of goods and service, training and development, and employee competency. According to Cheng et al., 2011 contact the training and development generators perform improvement related benefit for the workforce and firm by positively impacting human resource functioning through the enhancement of human resource expertise, knowledge, behavior, and proficiencies. Career development and employee competencies. Gallery et al. 2009 argue that career development intervention assists in building a partnership between the organization and its employees, enhancing their knowledge, skill, and abilities by improving individual competencies, performance, operational, and employee competencies. Mason and Barrett 2006 deliberate the managing performance of human resource constitutes an essential fragment of a firm and manifest how their human capital is being managed. Employment, competence, and organizational performance. Milosevic C. et al. 2007 assert the employee competencies are an assembly of experience, proficiencies, and personal qualities as well as experience. Empirical result. A result showing that training and development has a significant influence on employee competencies. Result of to indicate the performance appraisal does not make any significant influence of employee competencies. This result support the findings by Osman et al. The result of the three confirm a significant influence of career development on employee competencies. The result is consistent with the empirical finding of McGraw. Results of four indicate that employee competencies have a significant influence on organizational performance. These results support an supposition by Gardwick and Baron. Theoretical implication. As a result, employee competencies provide potential for effectiveness in task performance, contributing to individual and personal effectiveness, determining the effectiveness of organizational performance. Managerial implication. The result of this study led to the consideration of a series of implications for the hotel industry. It is recommended for policymakers, stakeholders, and management of hotels to accord the adoption of properly and well articulate HRD practice in hotel industry. Limitation and suggestion for future study. There are certain limitations that offer important avenues for future research. Data were collected using a cross-sectional research design. Moreover, quantitative research design was used in analyzing data collected through structured questionnaires. Profound qualitative data are encouraged in future studies. The adoption of both qualitative and quantitative approach will have provided a more in-depth as well as valuable clarification. Furthermore, the data used in this study are essentially subjective opinions of employees. Adoption of subjective measures is encouraged in future studies. These could be improved by receiving feedback from multiple sources and cross-validating the responses to identify personal biases for individual respondents. Another limitation is the generalizability of the study. The results of this study cannot be generalized because they come from a sample of hotels in a specific context. We should also be careful when applying the result obtained to other sectors given the specific characteristic of the hotel industry. The mediating rule of other variables such employee performance was not analysis. Also, the possible mediating role of employee performance on the association between HRD practice and organizational performance was not analysis. In view of the outlined limitation, future studies could investigate how employee performance mediates the association between HRD practice and organizational performance. Future research is encouraged to examining the possible mediating effect of employee performance on organizational performance using district HRD practices. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.